Yo guys, what's up? So yeah, as promised, I'm back to make this long question and answer video. Actually unbelievable. I cannot believe how many questions I got. I got like over 100 questions. I did not expect that at all. So thanks to everyone who asked the questions. I know this video is going to be a bit long and dragged out, so I'm going to just crack straight into it, try and condense it. And excuse the editing, I'm not going to do too much fancy shit just because it's going to take probably like over an hour to record this. So if you wonder why I'm looking down, I've got my MacBook with all the questions in front of me. So yeah, that's what I'm reading off. So we'll kick it straight off. The first one's from Jarlath. He asked Oasis or Blur. To be honest, I'm not really a big fan of either, but I'd probably have to say Oasis because I know more of their bigger songs rather than Blur. I think I know like one of their songs. It's called All the Single Ladies or something. Okay, next up we have a question from someone called Lee Sexton. I'm not really sure who that is. Only fucking around. My mum. How's it going, mum? She said, do you miss your mama? Of course I do. And yeah, I'm going to see you in like a month and a half. We're all going down to Vegas on a vacation, so I can't wait for that. It's going to be epic. I'm going to shoot a video for that as well. So yeah, of course I miss your mum. I'll see you soon. Next question is from Oren, my brother, who's pretty much in that room behind me right now, probably listening through the walls. He asked, what has been your favourite night out? That's actually a really good question. Like, as you've seen in my vlogs and videos, pretty much all we ever do. Someone's texting me, fuck off, I'm trying to record a video. Probably my favourite night out would be the full moon party in Thailand. Even though after a certain, I think like 3 o'clock, I can't remember anything, but just the build up and everything to it. We actually bumped into one of my old friends, Anthony McKenna. He was over with his fiance on a honeymoon. We got really friendly with them, and we were drinking buckets. Then we bumped into a few other guys we knew through a friend. They were a couple of English lads, so like Irish guys, they like to drink as well and party. We met up with them at their hostel, and we got all painted up with a UV party. If I can find it, I'll probably overlay this with a couple of clips from it. It was absolutely epic, just drinking buckets of like pretty much shit. Probably the strongest vodka with literally about this much of Coke mixed in. We just got absolutely messed up, and the full moon party, jumping through fire hoops, and it's unbelievable. So if you ever get a chance, go to Koh Phangan's full moon party. It is unbelievable. Next one's from Paul Collins. When are you going to shave that beard off? Paul, what, you're pushing it now, you're nearly 50 now I suppose, and you still can't grow a beard? I think it's just jealousy, mate. So yeah, grow a beard. Ladies love it. David Hunter asks, when was the last time you cried? I would probably say back when my younger brother was in X Factor, and it wasn't like sad tears, it was actually happy tears. Just so proud of him getting so far through the competition, and then whenever he didn't get through, yeah, it was a bit of a teary moment there as well. And I actually had to work that day. My eyes were all red. I'm sure people knew that I was crying, but fuck it, I'm not afraid to admit it. Yeah, I was very, very proud of him. That was probably the last time I cried. Another one here from David. What's 3 things you love about yourself and 3 things you hate about yourself? 3 things I love about myself would be, I think my personality is really, really good. Everyone seems to warm to me. Everyone gets along with me. I love my creative side. I don't know where I got it from. I mean, well, my uncle, rest in peace, Sean, was the architect. He's a very, very creative human being. I think maybe that side of the family, my mum's side of the family, I got my creativity from. Probably my other side, my dad's would be like the brains, whereas I lack in that department. But yeah, when it comes to something creative, I'm really, really good at thinking up of new ideas and stuff like that for videos. And my last one, probably, I'm actually a pretty caring person. If someone was in need, if I seen someone down the street in trouble, I would always be the first one to run out and help them. It actually happened in Australia back in 2013 or 14, I can't remember. I was walking to work, and some guy literally, I seen him rob some girl's handbag, and I was looking around, I was like, why the fuck is nobody chasing after this guy? So I took it upon myself to chase after him, used a bit of parkour. Parkour! Extreme! Parkour! Parkour! Yeah, so I chased him down, jumped over a few fences and made a shortcut and ended up catching up with him, and I made sure I was so fucking tempted to hit him, but I held him down on the ground and I waited for police to arrive. So yeah, that was kind of my superhero moment. Yeah, I stopped a robber from taking some innocent lady's bag. So yeah, I'm a pretty caring person. 3 things I hate about myself. 1, I'm not the cleanest of person, and my mum can vouch for that. I'm quite messy. 2nd would be I don't really keep in contact when I'm traveling with my parents as much as they'd like to. That's one thing I need to work on. And 3rd would be what would be 3rd? I hate it. 3 things. What do I hate about myself? What do I hate about myself? It's actually not a bad thing. I can't think of my 3rd one. So the 3rd thing I hate about myself, well, I wouldn't really say hate, but disappointed would be the word. When I look back now, I wish I had started my media business a lot sooner, straight out of university. I graduated and I kind of bummed around with a few jobs I didn't really like. So I wish I had it like started straight into it out of college. And the Scullion asks, best country you've ever been to? I mean, it's hard to pick one, but I always categorize it like, if someone said to me like, I could only live in one place for the rest of my life, where would it be? Out of everywhere I've been, I'd probably say Australia, and then obviously to go a little bit further, it would be Melbourne. Melbourne has got, I don't know, it's hard to explain if you haven't been there. It's got everything. It's good for sports, culture, nights out, the people there, the weather, everything is just unbelievable. So yeah, I'd pick Melbourne, Australia. B-Rad, Brad Aldworth, how's it going, man? He asks, what's a dream destination you want to travel to? Yeah, I seen a GoPro edit this guy made back in 2010-11 from Negril in Jamaica, this place called Rick's Cafe. And ever since I seen that video, I just said to myself, I have to go there. So in the next 3-4 years, I'm going to make it my mission to go to Jamaica. Niall, Niall, my brother, how did Luigi get home from Princess Peach's castle? I don't know. You tell me. Paul Hardman. Who let the dogs out? Your ma. Kieran Cassidy. If we made another Jackass video tomorrow, what would you do in it? Unbelievable. That brings me back. Holy shit, that time Adam Horner went flying over the handlebars into the muck. Unbelievable. What would I do? It would involve traveling around the world. We'll get all the original, me, you, Stephen, Gavin, my brothers. We'll get them all back and we'll travel around the world and do some crazy shit. I don't know what exactly yet, but it'll involve a lot of alcohol, I'm sure of that. Micah, if you could only have one spice for the rest of your life, what would it be? Pepper or salt? What the fuck? That's not a spice. But for sure, salt. I don't even like pepper anyway. Look at DJ Spiky. Since you asked it yourself, which hand do you use? So I do not touch. I prefer toilet paper. Oh, that was with my status. Okay, very good, very good. I use my right hand, like everyone should, to shake hands. So yeah, next time you see me, shake me with your left hand. Dino, is the talent any better in Canada than Mara felt? Because I know you were spoiled for choice here. The answer is, you have to come here and find out. Adam Kim, where did you learn to edit videos? Honestly, a lot of what I do is self-taught. As I talked about before, I went to university and studied media, but I actually made the wrong choice. There was two options, either interactive media arts or media production. And my careers advisor from college told me to go with the interactive media, which in turn turned out to be the wrong actual course. So she kind of fucked me up. But I stuck it out and I got my degree anyway. But yeah, pretty much it's all self-taught. Tommy Lee, what is the stupidest thing you've ever done while traveling? Fuck, man, we've done a lot of stupid shit in Whistler. Aside from me, I'll actually have a little story with Tommy. Me, Tommy, all the English guys and all the Aussie guys, we went on a night out from our staff accommodation. We had to walk down a huge big hill in the freezing cold. I mean, it was like -15, -18 some nights. And we thought it was a good idea one night to go out in shorts and a tank top. And I remember, Tommy, I think it was you, that on the way back home, you were on your own and you climbed halfway up the mountain and you actually fucking fell asleep on the mountain. And that's dangerous shit, man. So you probably did something more stupid than I did. Gavin Gallagher. So you just landed in a new country. What's your first go-to target for a job? Irish bars, site work, or something else? That's a pretty good question, man. Yeah, so I've pretty much done a lot of that on my travels. I've done a bit of site work, like labouring. I've done bar work. But it's all to do with what you want to do. I mean, if you want to make some good money, I'd recommend in New York. We worked construction for the summer. You're making maybe $1,000 to $1,200 a week. Same for bar work as well, actually. It's all really to do with what you want to do and what you're more skilled at. David's back again, trying to get me with someone's 100% of the questions. Okay, let's test that. Fuck you. Let's do it. How much money is in your bank account right now? Well, I don't have the online banking in front of me right now, but I probably have about 3,000 in my Canadian account and about 2,000 at home. She's talking about 5,000, and I've got a bit of money downstairs.
There is more money here than we could spend in 10 lifetimes.
What type of porn do you watch? I watch your mum's porn. It's pretty nice. What do you think about Islam in the UK with all that gang rape and paedophilia surrounding some of that refugee coming in? Actually, I am very, very clueless and uneducated with all that political sort of Islam stuff. I don't even know the proper word for it. That shows how much I don't really follow it. But yeah, obviously it's not a good thing. The attack there recently in Manchester and London, like a few days ago, was absolutely crazy. World's a crazy place as well, so yeah, I can't really answer that question. Pat Keen, when you poo, do you wipe with your left or right hand? My right hand, man, obviously. I do everything with my left butt, if you know what I'm saying. JC, what brother do you like least? And then Denis replied underneath saying, my guess is Owen. It's actually not Owen. I'm just going to say it. It's you, Cormac. Me and you fucking fight all the time when we're drunk. I still love you when we wake up the next morning, but yeah, you're a fucking dick when you're drunk. Paul Hardman back at it again with all the inspirational and really deep questions. How much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? All the wood. Malky Martin, if there's 24 hours in a day, how many hours is there in the night?
Hello darkness, my old friend. I've come to talk with you again.
Mine's blown. I have no fucking idea. Sebastian, how much do I love Buckfast? Fucking send me some Buckfast over, I miss it a lot. I was able to get Buckfast in New York and in Australia. Buckfast, motherfucker! I wanna run away! Buckfast, get your Buckfast! Woo! But I cannot find it anywhere in Canada. So yeah, check the link in the description below. I'm gonna post my address, and I would really appreciate if you could send me over a bottle. Actually, fuck it, send me over a full case. Erica, yo, when you guys leaving? Not sure. We'll probably be here for the summer, and we're thinking of maybe doing a Whistler season back in November, December time. So we're here for the summer. We'll see you for drinks. Benny Mudd, that $20 I gave you, did you put it on black or red? First off, you're a fucking liar. You never give me any $20. Second of all, I'm going to Vegas at the end of July with my family. So yeah, PayPal me it over, and I'll definitely put it on red. Gareth Faith, have you ever cut things fine and had to sleep rough between places? I think there was one night, I'm not sure if it was because I didn't have much money or maybe I was just drunk and couldn't find my way home. I slept under a bridge in Melbourne. It was bloody freezing. But aside from that, there has been times myself and my brothers, we've been cutting it pretty fine with money. I was out of work in Melbourne for like a couple of months. And myself and my brother Niall, we actually were going to Aldi, like the cheapest of cheap supermarkets in the city. We were buying like Aldi's own brand spaghetti hoops with like shitty ass bread. And we were just eating that for about a month or so. Niall, you'll get this one. The bruises. Jesse Fairburn, are you single? No, I'm actually not single. I've been in a relationship, pretty committed for the last 5 years or so. It's actually with this guy right here. Christian, when the hell are you boys come back to Europe? Man, I definitely want to come back to Barcelona and party up with you guys. It was absolutely epic. The only reason we didn't stay is we couldn't find work, but yeah, I'll definitely see you in Europe again in the near future. Glenn, how many bones has the human body got? I actually know this one, it's 206, but I think there's like 270 something when you're a child and you grow into the bones or some shit. Remember that back in science? Andy Dinner, how much garbage can you scoop with your alien garbage scooping arms? Man, are you fucking high again? George Michael, the coffee king. Not the one you're thinking about, guys. What's the craziest thing you've done? Dangerous / wild, etc. It was only just recently I did something pretty damn crazy and dangerous and stupid. As my mum fucking gave off to me, and I probably shouldn't have told her, but whatever. Yeah, Mum, if you are listening to this question and answer, block your ears now. You don't want to rehear it. So about 2 weeks ago, we were out at a night out on a Wednesday night at a place here called Croc Rock, a nightclub, and I took it upon myself walking home. I seen a big massive crane. It must have been about 250 feet high. I climbed to the top of the crane, and yeah, to be honest, it was fucking a stupid idea when drunk. To be honest, I woke up and I was like, what the hell happened last night? And I checked my arm. I'm sure there's a picture here somewhere. And yeah, I had a thought about it. I was like, holy fucking shit, I actually climbed a crane last night. I didn't even get any pictures. That's the worst thing about it. So probably gonna have to do it again. Nah, I'll not do it again. Robert Kearns, what has been the best place you have travelled to and why? Any other places you want to travel to? I know this is 2 questions. Well, technically 3, but so yeah, fair play. The best place I've travelled to, yeah, I mentioned that before, would be Melbourne, Australia. It's got everything. Any other place I want to travel to? Yeah, I said Jamaica. Jamaica's definitely on the list. Okay, we've got 4 or 5 questions in here from Gary Whelan, aka Airborne. What would you say is the most important part of that all-important first steps towards travelling? How do you make that step? Gary, I actually made a video about travel tips. And on there's some really, really good tips, but I'll touch on it here now because I want to keep the video short. Basically, it's just all about taking that first leap. Literally just like saving up that money and booking the first flight. Once it's booked, it's real, like it's actually going to happen. You're going to go traveling. So yeah, the most important thing is actually getting over the fear and thinking about things too much and just going ahead and booking it. if obviously you've got thoughts of traveling, then it's something you should do. So just do it. Next one, what's the one thing about home that you just can't compare to anywhere else that you would have traveled to? My bed, for sure. It's amazing. If you could revisit one place, one country, city you visited during your travels, where would it be and why? Melbourne, Australia again, or Thailand. Do the curtains match the drapes? Well, let's find out. Have you cut and pasted your head on that image in your thumbnail? Mike Dundee from Australia. No, I don't know what you're talking about. Niall Coyle tagged Shane Hill. What's up, Shane? I don't even know who you are, but yeah, what's the crack? Dale Donnelly tagged Damien Donahue. How many eucalyptus leaves would it take to kill a human? Fuck, I don't know. I'll Google it. Paul Hughes, the MMA fighter from back home. How's it going, Paul? Have you got any tips for me starting to use my GoPro for vlogging, tutorials, etc.? Total newbie at it. Yeah, man. Well, the first thing is getting out and just shooting everything and anything. Getting used to talking to the camera. I know a lot of your videos I've seen on Instagram, you're trying to overcome the fear of talking to the camera. Man, if you can fight as good as you can, why the fuck are you scared to talk to a camera? Like, it's nothing. It just takes a bit of practice like anything. But yeah, tutorials down the line. I'm going to be starting a tutorial section on my YouTube explaining how to, not necessarily how to vlog, but how to like edit videos and how to color correct and things like that. So keep an eye out on my YouTube channel for that. James Matthews. Hey man, I've seen your YouTube channel and I love the Whistler videos. Can you tell me how you got a job there with accommodation and whatnot? I'm from the UK and I'm dying to do a season over there like you did. Thanks. Cheers, James. Yeah, that Whistler video went down really well. It actually got shared by Whistler Blackcomb, the resort that we worked for. Yeah, so I was actually in Australia at the time in a hostel and I seen a poster on the wall for a place called the Work and Holiday Club. Shout out to Andy Boardman, he hooked me up with everything. Basically, it's a company that does everything for you. You pay them a certain amount of money and they set you up with your bank account, they set you up with your visa, and then they get you interviews for the ski resort. I think the Work and Holiday Club have their main offices in London, so if you're from the UK, London probably the best one for you. Get talking to a guy called Andy Boardman. He works for the Work and Holiday Club. I'll post it up here now. So yeah, check that out. It's definitely worth looking into. Whistler is awesome. Jody Hanrich. Hey Jody, how's it going? I know you're a big fan of the videos. What is the order of your siblings? So it will be me, I'm the oldest, and then Oren, and then Cormac, and then Niall. I'm 29, Oren's 27, Cormac's 25, Niall's 23. So yeah, 2 years every time. How long do you plan a trip for before traveling? Actually, not that long, to be honest. Yeah, I just take a Notion and then go. What type of music do you listen to? Literally, I listen to all types of music. If it's good, I'll listen to it. Where do you plan to go next? Well, we're in Toronto here for the summer. My next plan for an adventure would be we're going to go to Vegas now at the end of July. So yeah, stay tuned for a video for that. Is Niall going to start traveling too? Well, I'm not sure if you know, but Niall actually did travel with us around Australia for a year. He did a lot of busking there, made some good money and contacts. So yeah, I'm sure in the future he'll be traveling with us, yeah. Do you research a place before you go? Yeah, to like a certain degree, I do a bit of research. But if I've got it in my mind I want to go there, I don't care what the reviews are online, I'm just going to go and check it out for myself. Where should I visit if I go to Northern Ireland? Obviously Belfast, some really nice scenery there. The Giant's Causeway, do all the touristy things. And then you want to go to the wee Marafelt, that's where I'm from, our town. Have you ever broken a bone? I cannot believe this myself, but no. Touch wood here. I have never broken a bone. All the stupid things I've done in my life, I have never broken a bone. Where do you see yourself in 10 years? Hopefully alive. Andres. Why are you at TNUC? What the hell is that? I don't know. Are you jealous that I'm better looking? What are you on about, man? You drunk? Also, is it true that the god of balls has given you a gift of huge balls? Yeah, that is true. My balls are huge. Blonded life. How hard is it to secure a job before you travel? Well, to be honest, I've never actually secured a job before I travel, except for Whistler, which I talked about a few questions ago. So yeah, the Work and Holiday Club sorted me out with that work. Other than that, we just arrive in the country and use our personality to get jobs. It's as simple as that. Whoa, it's a lot of questions. Okay, next up is Austin from Honest Signals. He's got a whole barrage of questions, so I'm going to try and make this quick. How old are you? I'm 29. What city are you born in? I was born in Macrofelt, Northern Ireland. What inspires you to do long-term travel, and what are the best resources? To be honest, just being bored at home and just being sick of working that sort of 9-to-5 job. I'm just the fear of missing out, honestly, because my brother started traveling before me, and I got jealous, so I just joined him and haven't looked back since. What's the best resources? I don't know, just do it for yourself and look online. YouTube, there's a lot of real good tutorials and stuff for that. What is your view on meditation and no fap? I've never really took anything really seriously. Meditation, I've heard from other people, they say it's really, really good. I'll maybe try it someday. What job would you do if you couldn't touch a computer or a camera? Well, my first love was actually, I really wanted to be an architect because of my uncle. I was a big fan of art at school, and I loved drawing and making plans. So yeah, probably architecture. Have you ever done any psychedelic medicine, shrooms, acid, DMT? No, man, I've never done any sort of drugs. Alcohol's my drug. Where is your favourite location you've ever been? Not city, but actual place, like a beach, building, forest, etc. Fuck, I don't know, man, that's a good question. Actually, probably just chilling out on the beach in Koh Tao. It was just, the scenery was unbelievable. We had a friend there who hooked us up with free drinks and stuff. Everything I talk about seems to be drinks. It's kind of bad, but whatever, that's me. Yeah, probably just chilling out on the beach in Koh Tao, looking out at the view. It was amazing. What's the best thing you bought for under $100 in the past year? Probably GoPro accessories. Yeah, just to help boost the production value of my videos. What is the best experience you've had in the past year? Yeah, it's probably not even an experience that I've had. It's more so my brother is going through X Factor, going over to London and all with him, seeing all the staff and meeting all the judges and stuff. It was absolutely amazing. A really, really good experience. Really eye-opening experience. So yeah, it did really well for him. It got him the exposure he needed. So yeah, that's probably one of the best experiences I've had. What things make you feel most alive? The skydive I did in Australia back in 2012. It was the craziest and the best thing I've probably ever done. It made me feel so alive. What is one habit you do every day or almost every day that you recommend? Waking up. Do you believe in a higher power, or do you think that the universe is just a random happening that we don't yet possess the technology to understand? Again, I don't really know about that deep sort of shit. Like, you're asking the wrong person. But yeah, God, I don't know. Yeah, I was quite religious because I had to be with my granny and stuff growing up in Ireland. But nowadays, not really. I'm not a religious person. I don't really believe in higher power or anything. I think it's all bullshit. Like, what country would you visit next if you were told you could only visit one more for a 1 week trip? Yeah, Jamaica. Definitely Jamaica. What computer do you edit on? I actually edit on this bad boy here, a MacBook Pro. How did you learn Photoshop? Any resources you recommend? It's kind of the same as video editing. Back whenever film turned into like digital photography back in like 2005, 2006. Myself and my dad were wedding photographers back in Ireland. And, sorry, excuse me. Oh, that was the food. So yeah, I learned Photoshop pretty much just trial and error, just learning things myself. Obviously, as wedding photographers, you have to design the books and edit up the pictures after you do the wedding. So my dad and all, we always had a saying, like, he would take good photographs and I'd make them into great photographs. So yeah, just myself, just trial and error, man. It's just takes a bit of practice. Sources I'd recommend, there's tons and tons of resources online now on YouTube. But especially a guy, Tutvid, Nathaniel Dodson. I know you watch some of my videos, so shout out to you. Another guy, Phlearn, Phlearn. Type that into YouTube. Them guys have some really, really good tips. Is electronic your favourite type of music? Certainly a few years ago it would have been, yeah. But nowadays I listen to everything. Just anything that's good, man, I'll listen to it. Even Justin Bieber, he's awesome. If you hate Justin Bieber, fuck you. And he saved the best one to last. Do you eat ass? No, I do not eat ass. Question from David, sorry, I'm going to butcher your last name, Pachutsi, what the hell? David Pachutski. David Pachutski. Do Pokemon have penises? Well, I never have, and I probably never will watch Pokemon, but after doing a quick Google search, I think they do. Andrew Smith, what are your settings that you use for your GoPro? Well, it all really depends on the setting or what I'm doing. For like more point of view shots, I want to put it on super wide. So there's an option on the GoPro here. You can put it on 1080 super wide, so you get a lot more sort of what your eye would see. You can see almost like 180 degrees field of view. Other than that, I like to keep it on 4K, obviously because the quality. And if you want to zoom in, you're not going to lose the quality of video. I always try to keep it on 60 frames per second as well, so you get that nice sort of buttery smooth like slow motion in your videos. So that's a couple of but to be honest, yeah, I just play around with the settings and just whatever works best for you. Again, online on YouTube there's tons and tons of tutorials, so yeah, check them out. Okay, we're near the end now. A question from Jazz Hagen. What is your story with RSD and game? Yeah, for a lot of you guys who don't know, RSD is a company called Real Social Dynamics. They specialize in dating advice for men and like core confidence and like self-development. I've actually worked for the company about 2 years ago for one of the instructors. I did all his Instagram design, all the pictures you see on his Instagram. Myself and his team, we helped with the Instagram pictures and that. It's a really good experience, and yeah. So what them guys are doing is really, really commendable. Like, they're helping a lot of guys out there who lack in confidence, lack in self-esteem, and helping them to get better, not only with girls, but helping them with just their whole confidence, their whole self-belief. It's definitely helped me out. A lot of guys back home in Ireland, they would laugh at it and frown upon and think, ha, you're actually getting advice for women, like why the hell would you need that? But yeah, it's like anything. Some guys, they just don't have the confidence to go and approach girls, even on the daytime or on a night out. One of my good friends, Kevin, who lives in Miami, he made a real good point. Sort of, it's like couples who are going through like a tough time in their marriage or whatever, they go to relationship counselling. It's kind of the same thing. If you got problems and you're not exactly happy with your dating life, well, what's wrong with going and talking to some guys and letting them help you out? It's kind of the same thing. So yeah, no, I've been into RSD since 2010, nearly like 7 years now. And yeah, it's definitely, I can say it's helped me a lot, especially grow within traveling and new experiences and meeting new people, meeting girls, all that sort of stuff. Yeah, so I can't recommend it enough. If any of you guys want to check it out, it's called RSD, Real Social Dynamics. Yeah, just type that into YouTube, you'll find some really informational videos. The Budgeteers, how's it going, guys? Love your shit. Who, how, where did you learn to edit? Because you got mad skills, bro. Woo! I can't do this, but yeah, thanks, man. That's really, I really appreciate that coming from you guys. I love your stuff as well. Editing, as I talked about before, it's all just practice. I learned it myself back when I was like 16. That's over 10 years ago. Holy fuck, I feel old. Yeah, so obviously I look back at my first videos I made and I just cringe at them. They're terrible, but you got to start somewhere. And nowadays, like making my videos, I can definitely see progression even now. So yeah, you never say you've made it to the peak of your editing abilities. There's always new things to learn, and I always just type in like editing tutorials on YouTube and just try and find new creative ways to like for transitions and new ideas just to tell the story essentially in your videos. But yeah, no, I really appreciate it again, man. Thanks. Farine, how do you color grade? Color grading was something back like a few years ago that I never really took seriously. I didn't realize the impact it can change the look of your whole film or video. But nowadays I've been taking things a lot more seriously, and obviously on the new Premiere CC you've got a lot of presets, color correction and color grading, but they're not the best. They're obviously presets. They work for certain lighting, but if you want to get your things looking really, really good, you have to go in and manually change like the exposure, like, you know, like change the colors and stuff like that. I'm not the best person to talk to and give advice on color grading because I'm still kind of learning myself. But yeah, everything's online nowadays. Just type it into Google, you'll find how to color grade. But personally for me, it's just trial and error. You just tweak a couple of settings back and forward, and then just use your eye to be the judge and what you think looks best. And then when you're happy with it, then save the presets so you can use it again. That's pretty much what I do. We've one coming in from Titty Sprinkles. Titty Sprinkles, I love that. James, guy from back home. What's your Gary V 5-year plan, if you have one? The plan probably in 5 years would be to still travel, but not depend on bar work and or construction work, stuff that, don't get me wrong, I like it, but it's not like my career goal. It's not my passion. I want to initially be traveling around the world, making videos, freelance for companies, and making online videos, trying to make money from like online digital products on like tutorials how to edit and how to make films and how to travel for cheap. So making paid products online so that people can buy and learn everything I've learned from traveling and all my media sort of skills. That's the plan. Oh yeah, so there we are. That took a lot longer than I thought. Again, thanks very, very much again, guys, for all the questions. Like, I was overwhelmed. So yeah, appreciate it. And yeah, I'm gonna get to work now editing this video. Let me know, guys, down below what you think, and if did you expect the answers that you were looking for from your questions, is what I was trying to say. I still don't know if that makes sense, but yeah, I think you get what I mean. Yeah, until next time, show it to all your friends, share it so the people who ask questions will be able to see it. And until next time, what I always say, Sláinte. That'll fucking do it, mate.